You've probably heard of Jack the Ripper, right? The infamous unidentified killer who terrorized it? London in 1888. His identity remains one of history's greatest unsolved mysteries. But what if I told you that the mystery might not be unsolved after all? What if the answer isn't buried in dusty archives, but locked away in someone's mind? This isn't a fictional story. This is about Jesse White, a regular guy who sought help from a life coach. This life coach, who also holds a postgraduate degree in psychology, practices something called past life regression therapy. The idea is that through hypnosis, a person can access memories from their past lives. It's a controversial field, but what happened during Jesse's session is something that defies easy explanation. Jesse went in hoping to deal with some personal issues, maybe uncover the root of some anxieties. He had no idea he was about to step into a real-life horror story. As he went deeper into a hypnotic state, the life coach asked him to go back to a time and place that felt significant. Jesse started to describe scenes not from his own life, but from 19th century London. He described the foggy, gaslit streets, the poverty, the fear, and then he started speaking as someone else. He called himself Jack. The details he provided were chillingly specific. He talked about the cobblestone alleys of Whitechapel, the chill in the air, the victims. He described feelings and motivations that only the killer himself could have known. He wasn't just recounting a story he'd read. He seemed to be reliving it. The life coach was stunned. Jesse, under hypnosis, was giving names, dates, and locations that lined up with the historical accounts of the Ripper murders. He described the murders from a first-person perspective, with a coldness that was terrifying. He spoke of the thrill, the sense of power, and the twisted logic behind the crimes. It was as if Jack the Ripper himself had been resurrected in that therapy room. When Jesse came out of the trance, he remembered nothing. He was just Jesse White again, confused and a little tired. He had no memory of the gruesome tale he had just told. For him, Jack the Ripper was a name from a history book. But for those minutes under hypnosis, he was Jack the Ripper. So what do we make of this? Was it a genuine past life memory breaking through? Was it Jesse's subconscious creating a detailed fantasy based on things he'd learned and forgotten? The life coach, a trained professional, was left with more questions than answers. The session was documented, every word recorded, creating a disturbing account that challenges our understanding of memory and identity. If you enjoy scary stories from the imagination, you might like classics like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. But if you're fascinated by real events that defy explanation, then Jesse White's story is one you can't ignore. It's a modern-day psychological thriller. It's a disturbing look into the possibility that the darkest parts of history might not be as far behind us as we think. Consider yourself warned. This story might just keep you up at night, wondering who you might have been in a past life. Thanks for watching. If you're captivated by mysteries like this one, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you do unmiss our next deep dive into the unexplained. We'll see you in the next video.